Hi, I'm Richard,
And I'm Ted.
and we are practicing social distancing by filming outside, hence the occasional shiver. Ted and I are half of the Almost Epic Squad. 4 authors put together 4 books from Scholastic last year. Kevin Sylvester, Leslie Livingston, Ted and I, 4 books featuring 4 kids who develop somewhat wonky superpowers. All the 4 books start with a graphic sequence, and Ted and I, who like to talk to a bunch of kids in schools about telling stories, wondered if we could use the idea of a graphic sequence as a start off for a story building process, which is what this video is about.
Yeah, so we thought we'd stick with superpowers and we'd stick with silly. And what we
I don't know why we went with silly.
I don't either, Richard. And we thought we would stick with comics. So we have created a story and we've turned it into a script for a comic book. We're going to take you through that story. We hope you have fun with it. And then at the end, we're going to show you how you can download many of the things we've talked about for free from Scholastic and make your own comic. You can either use our story or make up your own. We'll just wait for that car to go by and then let's talk stories. So,
Let's do this.
Richard, to start a story, what do you need?
You need 3 basic elements to a story, as far as I can see it. And one of them, the least important of the 3, is the setting. The story has to take place somewhere. That's my sense. A story has to be grounded somewhere. What else does a story need to have, Ted?
Well, I guess if it's going to take place somewhere, there has to be somebody in the somewhere. So I guess that would be characters?
Characters!
Did I get it right?
Maybe even more than one, maybe 2 characters.
Okay.
Okay, so we have characters and setting. Now something has to happen, don't you think? I think that's what a story's about.
Yeah,
Stories
definitely.
where something happens to your characters in the setting. So I think
couldn't
you
agree
need to
more.
have a plot. You need to have a problem. So a story needs a problem, characters, and a setting. And that's what we decided to do. We started with those 3 ideas to build our story. Who are the characters, Ted?
Okay, so we wanted superheroes, so we came up with a superhero, Dragon Man. Dragon Man can, well, you'll find out what Dragon Man can do in the story, but many superheroes have a sidekick.
And Dragon Man's sidekick is Tan Boy, who has nothing particularly special about him except that he's very enthusiastic.
He's got a great tan.
And he has a great tan.
Yeah.
No
So
kidding.
Richard and I made up a story about Dragon Man and Tan Boy. But the fun part was, as I mentioned, we wanted to turn it into a comic. So we've written it as a script for a comic, and we've posted the script on the bulletin board here. Now, to write a graphic novel script, the first thing you have to figure out is how much you might show on each page. So we decided
Arbitrarily.
that each of our pages would have 8 panels. And if this was actually a comic book page, there'd be a drawing in each of these as well. Now, Richard and I are not great visual artists, so our job was to come up with the story and how we would tell it in words. We'll show you a little bit more about drawings as we go through. But first of all, so let's do the beginning of our story.
Sure.
We'll read it to you and you can follow along on the video.
So we have set the story in a city just because we happen to know cities. You can make it any place you like, but ours is just in a city. Our 2 characters are Dragon Man and Tan Boy, and we have a problem because Dragon Man has run out of the special sauce that gives him his superpower.
So our first page is going to set that up. Now, if you're looking at that, script, you can see that I have written at the top what you might put at the top panel to set up the action. So I've written Dragon Man is busy. And then I've written what Dragon Man would say. I haven't drawn him, but here is what he would say. So shall I do Dragon Man?
You do Dragon Man.
Thank you. Time to make Inferno sauce and top up my powers. Where's my recipe? That's enough for one panel. So over here we've got Dragon Man. Here it is on Grandma's oven mitt. And you can see some of the ingredients. We've got curry, gasoline, pepper, gunpowder, all your usuals really.
Just go to your kitchen cabinet. You'll find these
You
things.
got it.
Yes.
So let's bring in our next character. Dragon Man says, Tan Boy, time to go to Bernie's spice shop.
Yay, says Tan Boy. Yay, can I carry the mitt? Huh, Drag? Huh, can I? Please?
Yes, trusty sidekick.
Wow, the only copy in the world.
There's a little problem hint.
A plot point right there. There's only one place where this recipe is, and it's on Grandma's oven mitt.
So off they go. So now we move them outside, and we've got the dialogue setting up where they are.
The setting is right here. Tanboy says, let's walk by the zoo, Drag.
Why not, little pal? It's a beautiful day. Now, we've got the zoo. It's a beautiful day, but Dragon Man adds a little bit more to the problem. Although it is windy, hang on to the mitt.
Ooh, sure, Drag.
But suddenly,
Whoosh! Help! Help! Blah!
great balls of fire. And you can see I've got a little note here. Tanboy is blown away. So on our first page, we've set up the characters, the setting, and the problem. Now, in the middle of the story is where it gets fun. Tell us.
Because you have a problem, and then in the middle of the story, you say, what do we do with the problem? You don't solve the problem right away or the story's over. What you do is you make the problem worse. And that's what we do here. The problem is to find to find ingredients to top up the power. We've got a problem. The problem has got worse because Tanboy has been blown away by the gust of wind, and he has landed inside the panda pen in the zoo.
With the oven mitt.
And the oven mitt is not near him. The oven mitt is up above him on a tall bamboo spike.
So we thought we would just show that with a drawing rather than give them anything to say. But in the next panel, Tanboy is going to try to deal with this himself.
I've got this, Drag, he says. Let me do it.
And we've got Tanboy climbs the bamboo. It bends dangerously. Dragon Man's watching this. Gad Zooks, look! Dragon Man accidentally breathes fire. Ouch!
No!
See, we've got a huge roar as the flames whoosh towards him, burning the bamboo. Tanboy and the mitt topple into the alligator pin.
So we've made it worse again.
And we've got crunch and we've got splash. Dragon Man, always an optimist, says, it could be worse. You could be in his mouth.
Tanboy, who's actually dealing with the problem, says, it is worse. It is worse. Look, in his mouth.
Hot tamales, the recipe. Dragon Man, being the superhero, thinks he knows how to deal with the problem. He says, I'll fire his tail. But Dragon Man was out of fire. He needed more sauce.
Oh no, his last fire was the one that got them in all this trouble. His last fiery breath.
You bet. Can we make it any worse than do we need to? Well, let's see. Now we've got to get ourselves out of this problem. So, we did some careful thinking about this, and we're going to give you a little story writing hint here.
Yes.
Sometimes to solve the problem, you go back in and change something you've already written.
As your teacher will no doubt tell you, you don't get it right the first time. Rewriting is an important part of writing.
So, Richard and I put our heads together, metaphorically,
Yes.
and came up with
Another Siamese problem.
a change. We decided that instead of landing in the alligator pen,
Scratch the alligator
and
pen.
I'm going to scratch the alligator right now,
Perfect.
we would put them in the snake
The
pen.
snake pit. Excellent.
And I'm going to just write that in there so we don't forget.
Right.
There's a little shivery handwriting.
All right.
And now that he's in the snake pen instead, we've got an ending.
Right.
The snake coiled around Tanboy.
Of course, it's a boa constricting kind of a snake.
Of course.
And Tanboy says, your belt.
Yes. Snakeskin. Nice, huh?
Give it to me.
But my pants will fall down.
Give me the belt.
Tanboy dangles the belt in front of the snake.
Hi there.
The snake loosens its coils and drops the mitt.
The
and
snake then
says-
speaks.
The snake is...
Say, sweetie.
Tanboy leaps the fence with the mitt sprawling.
Here you go.
Hot stuff! Oops, my pants.
Yes, you can now draw a picture of Tanboy without pants. Can I still carry a drag, can I? Huh?
You may. Right now, I need both hands. Off they go, and Dragon Man says, you know, losing my belt burns me up.
Off to Bernie's Spice Shop.
There's the end of our story. Now, to do that, remember, we changed the alligator to a snake, and we've changed something else. That means if Dragon Man has a snakeskin belt, when we first draw Dragon Man, wherever we meet him, we need to see that belt. Right. I'm going to make a note there, too.
Hi there.
Hi.
Just gonna leave it right there for you, okay?
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
This is in real time.
I can hardly wait to see what it is. Could we interrupt it? No, I'll look later.
It could be stuff from Bernie's
It
Spice
could
Shop.
be stuff from Bernie's Spice Shop. Now, there's our story. How can you turn that into a comic of your own? Well, we have prepared some things to help you with that.
Yes. We have our own device.
There go Dragon Man and Tanboy now. So, first of all, if you liked our story, you can go to
Yes.
this website, and I'm going to pin this up. I don't know how many people noticed, but the thumbtacks I picked for today are all exactly the colors
That
of
have
the
to-
books
of the- yes.
in our series.
There are blue ones. There's a couple of yellow ones.
And I just dropped
And
the
you-
other green one. Oh well, never mind. I'm going to take this one.
Sure.
Now,
Carefully scripted. This is all carefully scripted, people.
at this website, you will find downloads, first of all, of our 3 pages of graphic novel script. If you download those, don't forget to change the alligator to a snake. And you will also find these downloads. First of all, we've set up some pages with 8 panels. You can download as many of these as you need, and you can write and draw in them. You can copy our text, or you can make up your own.
You can make up your own pages if you like with fewer or more panels.
Yeah.
Some comic books have an entire page that's all one panel, or maybe only 2 or 3 or 4.
Now, since it's our story, I thought I would try that as well. So I'll show you just what I came up with. I haven't had time to finish this.
Ted is a bad artist,
I
but
sure am.
because I'm even worse, he's the one making the drawings.
Okay, so here's what I did for my first panel. There's Dragon Man, and notice I've given him a belt. Dragon Man is busy, just like we've got in here, and here's where I've written his dialogue. Time to make Inferno sauce and top up my power. Where's my recipe? And I decided to put him in the kitchen. So there's the counter, there's the refrigerator with some fridge magnets on it. For the next one, I decided to just show the oven mitt. Sometimes when you're drawing, if you have far away pictures, if you switch to close-up pictures, it makes an interesting change. Now, I got as far as here, and I ran out of time for our video. I've written in the dialogue for Dragon Man, and Tanboy will be down here. I figured Dragon Man would be taller
Tanboy
than
will be
Tanboy.
shorter, yes.
Tanboy will be shorter.
I'd give him short pants.
Right. And on we would go from there. You can do the same thing if you have the script. You can download this as well as a guide if you have the script and if you have the setup of 8 panels for your pages. We hope you have fun with this story, and we hope you have fun making up your own, and we hope you have fun with the Almost Epic series.
We've had fun making the stories. Again, stories are work, sure, but they can be fun too. And if you work together, as Ted and I do, we have fun bouncing ideas off of each other. And the idea of you building a story at home with the aids we've given you, the pages, and your own ideas, because your own ideas matter a lot. We hope you have fun building your own superhero adventure.
Yeah, Richard and I are making other videos about Almost Epic. Kevin Sylvester and Leslie Livingston are as well. We hope you have fun with all of them, and we hope you have lots of fun reading the stories.
Right.
See you
Stay
again.
home, stay safe.
Yeah. Bye.